Hello, everyone. How y'all doing tonight? Or, well, today, evening, whatever time you guys are at. Today we got some new things, some fresh things to do. So obviously, as you can see below, it says Kirby Air Riders React. Have not seen it yet. I have it all set up to watch. Outside of that, but doing Mario Mon. So the reason why I'm doing Mario Mon instead of Pisces, like I've been saying I'm on to Pisces, is Pisces is getting like the next. It's getting an update, which is like supposed to be like the final update. So and it's becoming with documentation and all that. So I was like, well, I'm already ready to play a new one, a new Emerald sort of thing. So I was like, and Mario Mon is technically an Emerald hack. And so it's like, you know what? I'll do that. So I'll do Mario Mon. I mean, it's technically it's an Emerald hack, but it's really not. It's like it's fully custom region and everything. So it's like I'm not really playing Emerald. I'm playing like its own thing. But you know. So funny thing is, so I did try to stream the other day. I tried to stream Battlefield 6. And it was a shit show. Like, to be frank, since I talked during it for a bull, like I think it's like 30 minutes, maybe an hour or so. I forget how long that was. And the issue was, I upgraded to Windows 11, which I'm having a really good time with it. It's basically Windows 10, but you know, a little different, but like good different, not bad different, at least in my opinion. And I used a new setting in OBS here that it was in the newest update where it will automatically check the settings of what your computer can run and all that in output, and it'll automatically adjust it, the settings to be the best way for it. And so I decided, you know, I'll try that. During my tweaking of that and such, I accidentally reset the mic output to stream with output to, and essentially there was no audio of me talking. Like you just saw my little guy talking, and that was one half of it. The other half of it was the fact that when I did I played Battlefield 6, my PC I could barely stream it. Like I could play the game, I just could not stream the game at all. It was so bad. It was bad. Like lots of lag. Randomly the game would freeze up and all that. It was nonsense. So other than that, what else? Oh yeah, the last time I did show off my website, my new website thing. What is it? Yeah, this. Yeah, I could pull that up right now, actually. Voila. There we go. Oh, it's over the text. 1 second. Yeah, that's good. So I showed you earlier last time. It was like a lot of work in progress stuff. Like it was still pretty missing on things, but I added a lot of cool stuff here. So for example, add Steam game. I don't know if this was in the last time, but if you could search. All right, so I want to have I'm doing a Steam, like a Steam here. Actually, instead of doing that first, let me show you the themes. So you can't see the thing here, but I could use the arrow key. So we have a Steam Speen. This is, so if you didn't know, this is for like Vinny Vine Sauce's like stream stuff. So I do a lot of things for him and all that. So he requested the other day, or the other week, I mean, or I think it was actually a month or so now. Like if someone could make like a new like wheel system or whatever, because the current one was like sort of like jank and not really customizable as you would want. So it's like, you know, I'll try that. And so I decided to make a whole bunch of different make a website specifically for customization and for stuff he would prefer to have. So we have Wheel the Weird. So weird in the middle. I love that. I tried to theme them off interesting things. So of course we have a light mode. I want to do a light mode and then a dark mode. But those are all the current ones. I do want to add some more, I think. I mean, right now, Steam and Wheel the Weird, I think are. I would have to look back what other wheel things he's done, but these are the ones that are most common that I recall. But then I also have just a generic vine saw speed. I don't know what he would use this for, but or like this one. But maybe he has some sort of new gimmick he could start with this. But as I was saying, you can search Portal, and it will search through all the the Steam database, because it's using an API to look it up. And so you click on this, it loads, it grabs the game's portal, the banner thing. That's one thing I wanted to have there. And it'll show, oh, there's an image here. You could change color. This one is more so for a custom slice. So if I do a custom slice, I have a weird bug. I'm trying to figure this out because sometimes it does 2, sometimes it does 1. It's a bug I have to figure out still. But you could add your own thing. So say random thing 1, and then horrible thing. That's, I guess, what they're on. Horrible thing 1. Actually, I think I still spelled it wrong, right? No. Yeah, that's right. Okay. Then you could add an image. I don't think I could actually do that within OBS's browser thing, but this is fine. So they're all even here. Now, outside of the ad, you can go over here. So say if a game's name is too long, it will cut off so it doesn't like bleed into the other rows, but it will show the name fully at the top here when you hover. And here you can actually edit each one individually as well. So here, yeah, I could actually use images here. So let me use one of my random images I made. Yeah, there we go. It actually works. Cool. So I posted an image here. I put it on here. Horrible thing 1. It's a cool little image there. This one, let's change the color here. I have a custom color thing. It seems like it's not updating properly with what it has here on the right, so I might have to tinker with that. Because I don't like default Windows color picker, so I wanted to do that. So you can change the color that way. And now when you spin, this thing is moving, so that's cool. I wanted to have a little stimulus there. And there we go. And so here's the one thing here is if it lands on a color one, it will change the color of the text and the border on each theme to match. And let's see if we get an image or a game. All right, another color. All right, do it again. All right, here we go. And so if you land on a image here, it pulls up the image, and this is a weird, dumb image idea I had for stupid image thing, but it'll say the name, that one, and the image that you provided. Now you can remove the winner. Now we're back to 2. And if we spin again, hopefully you land on Portal 2. Yep, here we go. And when you land on a Steam game, it will have the banner as well as the review score. So, and it's actually like color coordinated too for the like positive, negative, and stuff here. So that's good. And it'll tell you like, oh, positive, negative. And this is something that I was trying to figure out, like, what would give something like, oh, that's really cool. This game has no reviews. Oh, it's a mystery game. Or say, for example, it has like a lot of negative reviews. I'm like, oh my god. And stuff like that. So that adds like a sort of mystique to it in a way. And of course, we also have settings here. I made sure to as many customizational settings. You can disable the background animations if you don't want any backgrounds on these. So let me show you each one with no animations. So Steam. So this one here I actually did a little different compared to the other ones. The other ones are all flat background, but because Steam has a sort of flat background, but it also has like an image in the background for it. It has this like sort of gradient color thing at the top of it, sort of like ocean, which is fitting for the song right now. But yeah, I wanted to have that, so that actually is a little extra. And then of course it's like a darker green. I kind of find it funny, like this color picking, like the design for the colors here were based off the first wheel, the weird color wheel. So Vinny picked, which was like a green and yellow mixture. So it was like kind of ugly, but it worked. And dark spin. All right, and what else? So also in the settings here, so turn that back on for that. And disable winter coloring. My theming is just something I was like, I put it in because I wasn't sure if people would want it or not. So, show Steam reviews. This one I added just in case like Vinny might not really like having the Steam reviews. Maybe he likes it preferring not to have that. Just to put more mystique to it. So you could disable it and it won't show at all. So. Same with game thumbnails. Maybe he doesn't want to have the game thumbnail or show uploaded image. Maybe he just wants to have the image just blurred for the effect. Then we have spin animations. So I should have this enabled by default, this one. But so we have reverse spin. So depending on the chance, it will reverse, either go left or right 50% of the time. Just to add a visual difference. And then we have the dramatic finish, which is 50%, a 15% chance, and random emote thrown at 5% chance. So let me show this. Let's see if we can get either one of those. The 5% chance is, I mean, it's pretty rare. It's like 5 out of, to get it, get an idea, because sometimes it's hard to math out the concept in your head. At least for me sometimes, for percentages. Oh, see, there's a dramatic finish. So it lands on the edge of the slice, and it will either move left or right. Just to, like, really be like, oh what's it going to land on? What's it going to land on? Oh, man. And since it's rare, it doesn't feel as common. I mean, it's, again, yeah, see, sometimes it is as common, so. But you gotta get lucky on that 15% chance. The emote thrown one takes forever to do. But yeah. So the main thing is for the emote thing. So we already went through there. Audio. We have a whole bunch of different audio like sound effects. So currently, the click sound is you hear like, you hear that? That's the click sound. That I just pulled that. This is like from the Steam OS. Like all these sounds, because I wanted it for the Steam like overlay. I wanted to do that like that color wise, but it was like that worked just way better default. I mean, there's also other ones, but I don't really like them. Which is why I also added an upload option. So if someone wants to have their own like sound effect or like winning sound, they can. But there are 2 others here. I think there's like 5 options here if I recall, and I think 2 others here. They all come out really well. Now here we have a confetti. So there's 2 different confetti assortments, or versions. So the one that you saw before, this is the default one, where I have a pre-existing like confetti PNGs that I uploaded on here that are just defaults, just in case you don't want to add like anything. But there's also this version, which is it will grab one of the images and it will just tint it and recolor it within within the site. So outside of that though, which is the main reason why I have this, and so here you can upload your own. This is all local, just to your preference, and you can disable the ones you don't want the twirls. You can disable those, but we have Twitch channel emotes. So you can search any Twitch channel, say my channel here, and we'll fetch the emotes. We'll fetch the emotes. Come on. Maybe this doesn't work in OBS. One second. Wait, let's try to find this. This is the one I've always been testing. Alright, I think this might not be working in OBS for some reason. And I can upload. That button works. One second. Let me look at my actual website real quick. This might be something that I accidentally implemented, like bug-wise, between versions. One second. So it'll just be a quick little look real quick. Check my website. That. Alright, settings. Just want to double check this is OBS's issue. Then click here. Yeah, it looks like it was I broke it mid update. We'll have to look into that. That's a shame. It'll be a quick fix though. But yeah, so what it does here, just to explain what it should be doing, is when you type it in, you do fetch emotes, it will pull the Twitch API, the Better Twitch TV API, the 7TV API, and I don't, did I say Frankerface Z's API as well? So it will pull all those, and it will display the emotes on here, and then it will show in either the confetti. So like I said, like it will replace the confetti here. Here. It will match also the color. It will color tint a single emote in the one mode. Just have a really cool visual, or it'll just do an assortment of them. So a whole bunch of cool stuff for that. I really wanted to make this like feel really in-depth and custom. That way there's a bunch of features. There's also like a couple other features. Like if you click here, it will open within the OBS. It won't do this, but on the website here it will. Like if you do it in a browser, it will open up another separate page of this page. It's like a little pop-up thing, and it tells you how much you can weight the different wheel modules. Speaking of, you can also change the size. The size is just a visual thing. It's not actually any different here. So it's just a visual. It doesn't impact chance or anything like that. But so with that in mind though, like the weight thing is more so, say for example, you have one thing you really want to see, so you just weigh it a little higher than the rest, so that potentially it will land on that more likely. You could imagine like content wise you want that to happen, so you can like, you know, something is good but you don't want to leave everything to chance. You can do that. So but yeah, that's basically what I've been doing for the most part. Other than W Place, I've been doing a lot of stuff on that. Let me look on it real quick. W Place has been like sort of in a minor addiction, I could say. Let me see if it's if there's anything happening on my stuff here. A lot of fun drama, I should say. A lot of griefing that's happening here. I'm looking at it right now real quick. You can find my stuff on Staten Island. It's pretty obvious. I literally put my website URL on it, and other than like one person, people have been respecting it for the most part. But yeah, it's a whole bunch of Vine sprites that we have here. I think this should be good. Here, let me grab URL, share, copy, and then put it on here. Let's see if this will work. Yeah, cool, it does. So yeah, here is basically the area here that I worked on. Verify. So just on Staten Island, we have, I made this guy here, you know, the Bungle and Swan Dog, like cat dog thing, the Miku, Vinion. Like I didn't make this one, like it was basically the community made it, like the Blindmon community. A lot of these, so this one was made by someone else, this one made by someone else, this one made by someone else, this one and this one. I made this Vinebot, Curb, Dumpling, Birdo, this like my stuff here, the Vineball, the Vinemon Link stuff, Devil May Cry, the Dante up here, the Fish, the Swish, the Vidiswal, and the I can never Kuzumukun. That's I can't remember here the name. Kapakari, Upakari. There we go. I think that was it. Never remember that one's name. That's like the one Vine name I can never get because I always think of like what she says. Then I also made the Reaper here. Happy with this as well. They never came back to do this Groudon. I might have to actually do this myself. It's annoying, but yeah, I'm pretty happy with this though. It's been a pretty fun like whole thing. A lot of people being asses though on the site though, just to griefing, and like last night for example, people were going through here deleting all like the trans flags and like icons, and so I would literally like I noticed it. I had a preview image of everything prior, and I just basically basically just put back what the people deleted. They also deleted like a sands down here. There was like a carrot sands. Pretty sure they're trying to like basically delete like all the Undertale stuff, or trying to at least, and stuff like that. There's also another guy like EE, his name is on the site, is trying to like constantly flood the site, like flood Staten Island. His current thing is now he's doing this. He's trying to take the Luigi tongue and expand it outward. Yeah, see like EE here. He's basically, for a good while he was griefing my stuff. He was like deleting it and removing it. Like you can see I have some left over here, so of his stuff and shenanigans. So just be on the aware of that. He's basically been griefing like a whole bunch of nonsense, removing stuff at times. Like recently, where was it? There's like a guillotine that he like basically covered up. But yeah, just be aware of that. If you're like playing W plays or want to do protections, like for example here, this trans flag, I think a portion of this, all of this one got removed. Up here, what was it? This line got removed, and this one I think it was only partially removed over on this side, and I basically had to fill that up and fix it because people were being asses. But yeah, that's basically everything on the W Play side though. I've been doing other things in other areas, but this is mostly the main art area I've been doing for the Wine Sauce community. Oh yeah, and also helped with this. Like I basically needed a color, and this is basically in reference to like r/place and the subreddit stuff, because this is basically the original design we used, I'm pretty sure, that we made and adapted every year. So it was nice to have that. Yeah, it's been really nice, this whole island stuff here, making all these sprites, and some people will come in and go. Yeah, it's nice. Been having a good time. So all right, I think with that out of the way, we can start to stream like officially. Wait, let me think. Actually, what else did I talk? Oh yeah, I mean, I guess I could go back over what I was talking about earlier, like when I tried streaming the other time. So when I last picked up streaming the other day, I was hoping come back from it, do Windows 10. I upgraded to Windows 11 because I wanted to try Battlefield 6, and seeing like Firefox, for example, had old versions of Windows 10 were being deprecated, so Firefox won't work on it. I was like, okay, I'll upgrade. I'll be good now. The whole thing though is I really didn't have any issue with Windows 10 for the most part. Everything is working for the most part. The only thing I've been having a sort of minor issue is for my taskbar. When I hover on, for example, the objects or like the things in the bottom right, the display of the hover, like for example, I hover on Steam. it's supposed to say Steam when you hover like above your mouse. It's supposed to say, "Oh, you're hovering on Steam," but instead it's appearing at the top of the screen as if my taskbar is the top, which it isn't. It's confusing to me. And also the right click on my taskbar stuff. Where is it? Like, it's sort of glitched, and I think that might be because in my Windows 10 version, I installed like a Windows a Windows. All right, this is gonna be confusing. So when I had Windows 10, I installed a change to the right-click prompt to turn it into like a Windows 11 style, prompt, but it's only in style. It doesn't have like the custom stuff. And so when I click on my taskbar, I right-click it, it has sort of like double the settings, but also not the correct thing. So for example, like I right click on it, it will have the terminal option, it'll have the go-to option, those are fine. But the issue is, like for example, it has apps, which that's normal. I think that's pretty sure that's just Windows 11's app button. However, below it is, I'm pretty sure, the Windows 10 version of the settings, but it's like the box is like basically there's no text on it. The extended, expands into like all the other apps, but those are all empty, but you can hover on them. Pretty sure if I click on them, they open the apps. And then below that we have desktop and settings, which are work. Pretty sure those are the Windows 11 versions, but below that is the Windows 10 version with no text. So there's like, it's something fucky. I mean, I'm pretty sure that's like the only menu that I have that with. Every other menu basically works proper, but yeah. And the issue is I don't know what software was that did that. I can't find any sort of place for it or what program. Like I looked through all my installed programs. I don't think I used Registry to change that. If I did, I don't think I did. I don't really mess with Registry edits, so. It's whatever though. Outside of that though, I think that's for the most part what I went over when I streamed the other day. I'm gonna see if there's anything else here I could talk about that I've been doing and whatnot. Let me look over at Discord real quick and see anything's happening over here. Trying to jot my memory on things here. Oh yeah, I guess I could mention this on the Vinemon server. I now have it was like a small little update. There's a gaming news channel where it will post a bunch of like gaming news related to like announced trailers, Pokemon news, Nintendo Direct stuff, like we're going to be watching soon. Among other things. It's really useful that they have this. Like also it has it will post when Wario64 does like freebies, so you can order stuff for that, like games and all that. So I wanted to have that one on there. I might try to add more news related posts things, but it's hard to find it because it goes through Discord's channeling, and I have to find like news sites that use that. That's kind of annoying, but yeah. Also, I am planning on doing getting a new logo, like atop there. Maybe not getting rid of the Crimsy. Maybe moving the Crimsy logo to be like a sort of a sub thing in the logo itself. But for the most part, I want to sort of update the branding per se and not be mainly on the Yoshi side, like bootleg Yoshi. I really like the design I came up with, like the Oni moon on the bottom left of my screen. You see, I really like that, and I might try to explore that more. Like maybe like I could. There's a lot of lore stuff I sort of want to play with my my 3D model and all that, which is done. I'm still, money has been very tight on a few things. So it's life's been lifing right now. but I'll get to that eventually. What other things should I talk about now? Let's see. Let's figure out. I'm trying to figure out everything that I've done in the last few days that would be worth sharing. Yeah, it's mainly. I think that's basically it then. I mean, I've been posting on Blue Sky, more and more. Not more and more, but you know what I mean. Just posting every once in a while. I posted. Oh right, I talked about this last time, but yeah. So during partially a reason why I haven't been streaming as well is I got Pokemon Violet on my Switch too, and this one I could actually show you all my stuff here because this is what I did during the last time I tried streaming. Let me pull this up. But when I was playing this guy. When I was playing Pokemon Violet, I playing on Switch 2 because I never played it before, and so I was like, okay, let me play it and I really got into it. So I technically did play it once. I played Pokemon Scarlet. There we go. I couldn't think of the name for some reason. I played Pokemon Scarlet for like I played it legitly when it released, and because of that, I obviously there was issues, and it was mostly me getting an idea of what to expect for it.
You're right. Made me small again.
I forgot that song had lyrics. Okay, that's weird. It's instrumental. It's not supposed to have lyrics. Okay. That's annoying. Let me see. All right, here we go. Let's grab this. And then go over here. Pokemon thing. This is like, I love how long this like start thing is. What I'm doing. Where is it? New website. Change the URL. This. Alright. That should be loaded. Well, I mean, not what I wanted specifically, but alright. Let's get to it. Alright, I'm in the wrong thing. Videos. Alright, here we go. Alright, here we go. This is the start of it. So, when I first started playing Pokemon Violet, I got to the first Titan. This was the first Titan. And this is my first glitch. So, just to get a preference, or not preference, but an idea of what happened. I was basically chasing Cloth for the Titan thing. And I already battled him once. This is the second battle with it. And I jumped down off the cliff right on top of him. And the battle engaged and all that. And while I fell through him. And it started normal. It looked normal. Everything was fine. And then I think after like one turn or so, I entered the Silent Hill Dark Void. Oh wait, that's a little loud. Oh god. What's happening? There. Also, is the audio being monitored on this? Let me look real quick. Yeah, it is. Alright, let me lower that for you guys in case as well. Alright. Let me turn the volume up now. Alright, here we go. So, it became dark. It looks like... So, with that move there, for example, I think what happens is the positioning of the camera moved behind Cloth or in Cloth. And because of such, we were in a dark void. And so when Cloth attacks, they were coming from behind. But then here's Cloth here, dying in the void because, animation, cutscene stuff. I'm zoomed in so far. My Florigato, I think it is super close up. Learning moves, of course. So it's so funny. Let's see here. Also, this was I combined a whole bunch of clips, which is why there's a watermark. And, it's still here, even in this cutscene part. Still happening. Still dark void. But yeah, it is weird. Like as I said here, like purchased it today. It was literally day one I had that purse bug, and here was like some images I took of it during it. Like claw is like, ugh. Oh, I think I double clicked. Nope, I didn't. It was like, and here's the one that I took after. It's like, it's so weird. Alright, so that was one. And then this was I found my first shiny here, which was a Lechonk. I was like, you know, I was looking through here, trying to find anything. This was like 7 a.m. I was playing because I couldn't sleep and I wanted to pick up, and I'm like, wait, what? What's that? It's a shiny, and it's full odds shiny, and level 17 Lechonk. This was also like a new area I haven't explored before, so it was like, whoa. But yeah, first shiny Lechonk. I ended up naming them Miss Piggy. Pretty happy, and here was the video of me catching it. So I was really happy with this. This was a really cool first like shiny. And I like it because it's also like, it's pretty clean of a shiny. I got a crit capture and a premiere ball. Love it. Love to see it. Right, and then after that, I move on to my whole another glitch compilation here. But first, wait, no, that's happened after that, I think, right? Yeah, here it is. So, here it is. So, here's a few glitches I encountered through, while playing still. I think this was like... No, I don't think this was after. Yeah, this was like a little later after the pig, Miss Piggy. But here we have a double spawn on the right here of Don Fan and a Fanfees. Basically, it called the same spawn twice on the same set of mons in the same location, which is very odd that they can like basically allow the game to do that. Usually there should be a double check on that. Here I talked to one of the students, and their positioning, unlike the kid on the right, will change to face you, which is very wrong. Very funny. And then here I found quicksand. Just poor Growlithe is submerged in the sand. He wants help. He tries to. I try to send out my Staraptor to get help. Like trying to grab him or pull him up. Well, during that time, I ended up getting strapped myself. So this one is, I'm pretty sure the issue with this ground is it's an LOD layer, and the LOD is sticking out above the actual like close up render of the terrain. And I had a little trouble getting to this land. I did a little parkour, but obviously as the game goes on, as I learned, you can literally get up here super easily by either like super jumping or gliding to it. So it's like there's no reason for this even being here. I could have gave it like a little, okay, well, you're not normally supposed to be here, but like you can be there at any point at any time after you get enough. And this one was like really like, I can't believe this. So this is my Zoroark, my like normal one. I sent it out, and in this gym for some reason, Tinkatuff, or Tinkatun, yeah, Tinkatun is literally is in the ground. The model itself is Zoroark. When he comes back out, he actually like stays above on the ground. But like for Tinkatun, for whatever reason, the new mon in this gen is phased into the ground in this gym alone, which is like bizarre to me, because that feels like that would 100% be caught in playtest, considering this mon is like a new mon in this gen, so more people would be using it more often. I mean, obviously though, I am a little higher level than this is the actual normal Tinkatun now. This isn't my Zoroark. The first ones were my Zoroark, but still, it's crazy to me. And then I found even more sinking. This time in the wild. There was a wild dash button that's in the ground. Well, my Arcabact is like fine here. Oh, dang it! And I caught it. It was in the ground. Nice little peek under the water or under the, ground stuff. Also, notice something there. So a lot of people always complain about, oh, the water is underground, it's taking up too much resources, blah 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 blah. No, notice you don't see any water under the ground here. That's because the game has deloading. That means that the water is only loaded in the areas where you can see it normally. So I feel people like constantly like complain about that, like, oh my god, it's gonna cause lag, it's gonna cause issues. Like, no, that's not how that's not how development works. Yes, the games are buggy, they have issues, but the people that things complain about, like, oh, it takes up too much room, oh, it causes lag. No, that doesn't. Like the water stuff like that, especially for how long it goes out, is just, it's because how game development works. There's multiple segments in the game that are like outside of the, not within the actual game world, this whole large area, and so they usually typically put it beyond the skybox in those areas that have the water, just as like a sort of like play area for the devs to put things in. It's just so annoying that like non-game devs end up like critiquing what is obvious, like obviously like common game things. Sure, it was larger than normal, but it doesn't cause an impact on the game. It's like, of all the things to complain about for impacting the game, that's not one of them. And here's Tatsugiri in the ground again. And I could look deeply into the ground when I caught it. Alright. And then here's another one. So this one is interesting, a video. This is a different Black Void, but was from a Titan. But it wasn't fixed as soon as I got out, because the other one previously did get fixed as soon as the cutscenes were over. This one, however, wasn't. So I was trying to figure out how to do this. It's probably like a shader or something like that. So I'm like, oh wait, the phone has like a shader thing when I take photos. So I opened up first I opened that, and then I went to my phone, and I'm like, I changed the filter, and there we go, I fixed it. So to get an idea where this came from, is you see at the beginning, well, oh, it's actually here, it's in my images, I think, right? I know it's not actually, I don't actually have it shown here. So it's popped up, I'm pretty sure, like at the start of, since I did have another video, but it didn't show the end here, so I needed to properly show that. But what I did, or how it happened, is with Turo, his phone call. So I had a sort of speculation on why these things are happening, is because I'm running on the Switch 2. I think some processes are processing faster, or something with the shader things within the Switch 2 and how it's emulated. Because remember, Switch 1 games are technically being emulated on the Switch 2. Like, because certain elements were not built into the Switch 2, so they have to emulate those systems. It's weird. It's very complicated nonsense. But with that in mind, though, there'll be like issues like this, which I have no idea if this is a bug in Switch 1. It might just be a Switch 2 exclusive bug. Woo, that's a new feature. And here was Zeror stuck in the ground, a video of it. Actually, no, I think this is not the non-Zoroark one. No, it is Zoroark, okay. But yeah. Also, I find it weird. So when I was just to give a little thing, when I was playing, I find it very weird. Like, there's a whole bunch of people in this area, and all of a sudden, like, they play a sound of as if it crumbled, or like this whole thing fell down on top of them or something. And I'm like, what the hell happened to the people? Did they die? And originally, when I was going through trying to figure out like how to get tips, because I was sort of rush reading wise, and I thought, oh, I have to go in here and talk to all the people that are eating to get an idea what happened. But you couldn't even go up in there, so I had to go around the town, which like bugged me. I figured that it would be way better or make more sense if they actually like allowed you to go up in there, talk to the people that are eating. Now here's another like a sort of visual bug, I guess. I'm not sure what you would really call this, but it might be an optical illusion. I'm pretty sure it's not, though. But I want you to pay attention to a few of these NPCs. So first off here, look at her. Look at her feet line compared to this guy. And watch as the camera moves and pans. You notice how she's like off the ground? She is literally floating. So they have an NPC that is way off the ground than she should be. You can clearly see. I know what they were trying to do. They tried to put her in the back. It looked like she's standing further back, but there was probably like no visual room to really pull that off because it's like the edge of this area cuts off. So they either would have to put her like right here, layer up, whatever. I don't know. Artistically, it was like, I understand, but also no. Now, after this is my main thing that I spotted as an issue. It's right after this whole battle, and it starts into the sort of dialogue cutscene stuff. All right, right after here. Look at this guy on the left, and also you can clearly see she's like floating still. Look at his feet. They're clearly off of the ground on an axis, turning up and down. It's like these models are they're clearly just not even placed properly in the scene. It's so bad. Like, I understand it's like one of the last gyms, but oh my god. Like, why is like no one like fixed that? Like, the game's been out for a while. They've done DLCs, but yet they never touched these like NPC issues. Now here was a goofy one. This one is more so I can't really blame them because, well, I can sort of blame them. I don't get why there was a mon, like a Pokemon like spawning in the area, but here. It's very goofy. So I was exploring, saw an item, and a TM over there. Okay, I'll go over there. There's a young goose over there. I'm like, okay, well, I'll try to go around it. I can manage it. I go around and I hit it. But the spot area, oh, my Garganackle, where'd he go? He fell. Where'd he go? So realistically, it should have moved my guy back. And then put Garganackle there. But no. Garganackle got placed in mid-air and fell to the ground, which is crazy to me that they actually calculated, like, for the battles, that the mons would have to be like at a certain height and weight, not height and weight, but height of the area. It's wild to me. And then here was another minor bug I noticed, which is based off music. Oh, I was wondering, like, music stopped there all of a sudden. So here I noticed that when I went to, I was doing something. I think I was looking on my phone real quick while I was doing like a battle. I like to multitask doing this stuff. And what happened was, I went here. I noticed my Miss Vicky was scrolling up. Typically that happens when you hover, but I haven't like switched into this menu yet at all during this battle. So I'm thinking there was an issue of the switch to, or maybe not switch to, but a Pokemon Violet, like saving the last time I was in a menu. Now I'm not sure that might be tied to the whole memory leak issue the game has. Like, that was like one of the early things that we know the game had issues with. So I'm wondering if like there was just a lot of issues with that in terms of like memory leaking. And now here's another odd thing that I noticed with the Switch one. If you notice on the left, there is a solid white line. This happened every time there was like a fade crossover. Because for those that don't know how this works, how the games do this, they're not rendering two of the same scene or 3D scenes. Well, usually what they do is at the end of the one scene, they do the Switch or the console does a screenshot. It saves that image of that scene, and then it transitions into the next of like the 3D area. So it just basically transitions a 2D image into the 3D. And so my assumption here, the reason why there's a white line here, is the screenshot is like misresolution wise. Like it's like 1 pixel short and what the actual resolution needs to capture it. It's my assumption again. But I noticed this line so often. It was so annoying to me. Alright, and then here were some nice little cute pictures I took at the time. Like I really like my character. I love the hair, and like my designs came together really nicely. Like Snow Runt and all these guys. It's so cute. Cool. But and then alright, let's go up, scroll up. Listen this little go back. Back. Alright, and then alright, here we go. I found another shiny. This time it was a shiny Zora. Now, for those unaware, Zora always is disguised in this game. You can't find it undisguised unless you even are weirdly find one that is disguised as another Zora, because I saw videos of that happen. But as I'm here, I was like, I was looking to see, oh, it's not TM. It's not like, oh, there's a terrestrialized like Pokemon. I was like, oh, let's see which one that is. If it's interesting, I might try to catch it. And then I saw a Mimikyu over here. So I don't have a Mimikyu yet in the game. I never saw one before. So I'm like, oh, cool. I'm gonna try to catch that. And it's a normal colored Mimikyu. I'm like, wait, what? Shiny? But I thought Mimikyu was like all black and white. And nope. It was a Zora. A shiny Zora, which is like insane. Because first off, this is full odds. Remember, full odds shiny. I didn't get no shiny charm yet. I don't have every single Pokemon. And it's a shiny Zora. No, I did not eat any sandwiches to boost the odds. Nothing like that. I literally just went down and saw like, oh, I see some shine stuff over there. Let's see what's down here. Like, oh, there's one down there. Okay. And I was lucky enough to get it. And I named it Tycho, which is, the god. Really love the coloring of it. And of course, amazing like evolution area, because I battled a Gimmighoul, and it put me on the evolution screen here. And evolved a Zoroark. And I really love the purple. Purple is really nice on this guy. And then, reaching the end of the game, I made it to Area 0, and I was like, looking around. I doubled back twice because I accidentally killed a Volcarona, and I was looking through here. I'm like, no, that Raichu looks a little darker. Is it shiny? Throw a ball at it. Let's see, and yes, it was shiny. So I found another shiny, and it was Raichu. And now for to give an preference or an idea of why I have a shiny Fluttermane at this point is Hood'em Callum did a whole shiny catching thing. Like it was a world record sort of breaking thing. A whole bunch of Pokemon streamers were hunting shinies for Pokemon Violet and Scarlet, and it was supposed to like break the record of like the most shinies caught in 24 hours. And since I do moderate for Hood'em Callum on his Discord and YouTube chat and such like that, I helped a little bit out with that, monitoring the chat, helping with posting the stuff into the Google Doc when I could. And he gave a bunch of them away after the whole thing event, and I got my Fluttermane named Hyperpop. It was Fluttermane the Teary-Eyed, so it has like a mark on it, which is cool. But yeah. And of course, then I catch the Raichu, quick ball, crit capture, hell yeah. So yeah, I got a few like full shinies. I did have another shiny, which it's not as hype or anything like that, because the shiny that I caught there was within a what's it called, a not Dynamax, terrestrialization battle, one of those battles. And I'm pretty sure it was one of those ones where the people, so I learned how these like hacked Terra raid battles are, in the sense that what happens is someone sets they know when a shiny is in a Terraden, and so they set their game's clock back to the exact time to encounter the raid den, and then they just constantly do the raid den over and over, and so that people can catch it, and all for the sake of getting their the URL of their character in the battle, so you go like, oh, yo, this guy did this. It's technically legit. There's nothing hacked about the mod, because that mod itself is like legit in the sense of how they get it. It's just like very like promotional wise dumb, but I did catch it though. It was a shiny what's his name? The Makahita. There we go. It's a shiny Makahita, which is actually, for a while playing the game, I was trying to find one naturally. So I was like, you know, I'll take this win. So yeah, pretty fun stuff though. But I think now, officially, I think that's everything that I have to talk. That was a long starting suit. I mean, it makes sense why it's so long. I mean, literally a whole hour of me just yapping here. But yeah, I think that's everything I can mention, bring up, talk about throughout this whole nonsense of stuff. So let's